Hey guys, so this is Anna or Whispering Buddha 1, and this video is obviously not going to be a relaxing one. Today I wanted to make a video talking about anxiety and kind of what steps you can take to deal with anxiety or dealing with excessive worry that's potentially debilitating or maybe getting in the way of you living your life to the fullest. I wanted to talk about this subject because it's something that I've been dealing with for years personally, and a few days ago I had a really bad situation happen to me, and then I turned to YouTube at one point to help me kind of get some answers or get some techniques to help with anxiety, and I found that there were a lot of really useful videos on YouTube, and then I had the idea to maybe make one of my own, sharing some of the techniques that I used in the last week because it was pretty bad. None of these ideas are really going to be original or anything that you guys maybe have never heard before, but I'm just talking about the things that have really helped me. So I just have a few points here that I wrote down, and I mean, even if I can reach out to one person and help one person in some way, with what I use for my anxiety and my worry, then that'll make me happy. So first of all, I'm gonna start off with something that obviously, looking at my YouTube name, is personally very important to me, but I know it helps a lot of people out there, and that is some sort of meditation or mindfulness practice. And just right off the bat, I'm going to say this is not to be taken in any kind of a religious context. Meditation can be used in a practical sense on a daily basis, and doesn't have to do with any kind of religious practice. You can be Christian or even, Muslim or whatever, and you can still meditate, or even just doing deep breathing exercises. And one point that somebody made to me the other day is that with something like meditation, it's important to keep it up on a regular basis, and that doesn't mean once or twice a week. If you're really struggling and you want mindfulness practice or meditation to really help you on a deep and profound level, you need to do it on a daily basis. Pretty much pick a specific time in the day where you can set that time aside, where you know that you're going to have some free time, and either set up a space in your room or have a separate room in your house that's kind of like, can be your designated meditation space, where you create that energy, where you bring yourself into that space mentally. I know that's helped me personally. I have my own room upstairs that I use for meditation. So, coming back to the topic of meditation, and or even it can just be walking. You can do a walking meditation. You can walk around the block, just kind of focus on your surroundings, looking around, being in that moment, and it really helps you to bring you back and really ground you into the present moment, and brings you out of this chaotic, jumble of thought that you might have while having a panic attack, while having excessive worry, whatever it might be. Meditation, I personally have found, is super useful, but you have to stick to it, and it has to be almost like, just like you do your work at your job, where you have homework that you need to have done by the end of each day. For school, you need to make meditation or mindfulness practice, or just walking, or whatever the activity is that grounds you, really you have to make it regular, and that is how it's, little by little every day, it's gonna shift how you perceive things, And two, it's like a practice, right? Just like anything else, you want to get better at dancing or singing or math or whatever it is. You take little steps towards a bigger result, and so it's exactly the same thing with meditation. Maybe you might not notice a big change right away, but it's pretty much, in my opinion, it is inevitable that if you keep practicing at it and keep practicing at bringing yourself back into the moment, back into, centering yourself and kind of, you know, minimizing all the thoughts that are going through your mind, because, it makes you crazy when you have tons of thoughts going through your head. And then if you can bring it back to just one focal point or one sort of focus, it really just it's better for your body, and it's easier for your mind. Then the next point that I would move on to with anxiety and worry would be really look at your issue and kind of break it down. Don't analyze it. I wouldn't say analyze. I wouldn't use analyze as the word. I would say really reflect on the issue or issues that are giving you that panic and giving you that anxiety, and just kind of step back, look at them or look at it from an objective standpoint, and instead of stressing out about, oh, this might happen, and what am I going to do if this happens, and if this happens, how am I going to, deal with it, or what are people going to think of me? Look at the issue, or, we don't even have to call it an issue. Look at the potential situation from a certain standpoint and think about, okay, if this situation were to happen, what could I do to solve it? Or on the other hand too, you can look at it as, if you're anxious about something that already happened, look at some sort of techniques you could use maybe, or some steps you can take to solve that problem, instead of getting worked up about the fact that it already happened and everyone is judging you, or you look so silly, or you look stupid. Look at the situation and think about it and think, why did this happen to me? Is there a potential reason? Maybe this situation happened because it's supposed to better me. It's supposed to make me more aware of what not to do next time, or maybe how to prevent the situation from happening next time. And then automatically you're already turning that situation, you're putting a light on it. That's exactly what helped me with my situation. You're putting a light on it, and it automatically becomes something that's not this heavy problem that cannot be resolved. All of a sudden you are making it into something that is kind of like a puzzle. And there are so many different outcomes, there's so many different solutions to every situation, and your future starts right here, right now. What happened before is done, and you can't change it, but from this moment on, you can change how you are, you can change how you think, you can change everything. The perception can be transformed, and this scenario is completely objective from that standpoint. It has as many judgments placed on it, or as little judgments placed on it, as you place on it. And so it really is empowering to have that feeling of, wow, I can really learn from this situation. Everything is okay in this moment. Nothing is happening to me in this moment. But what can I take from this situation to benefit myself, instead of beating yourself up over it? So personally, that's kind of what's helped me a lot with anxiety and, these feelings of low self-esteem, or like worrying about, why did this happen and what are people gonna think? People must think I'm so dumb, like da da da. It really, really helps to just realize that you do have the choice. You have the choice. It's your life. And what you choose to do from here onwards is super, super important, and all up to you. And then the third point I kind of wanted to make is really look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with in your life. The thing that has helped me deal with my anxiety and my worry in the last week, for example, and just in my life in general, is looking at the people that I surround myself with, and do my friends, do my family help me, feel good about myself? And it's not like, I'm not saying you need to rely on other people's opinions and what other people think in order to, build that power within yourself. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it really matters what kind of people you choose, and it is your choice to surround yourself with, because I personally have gotten to the point where I have selected only to have friendships that are positive, with people that are motivated, that are doing good things with their life, because it does reflect kind of how you see the world and how you see yourself, and having these people around that are doing constructive, good things to themselves and to the people around them really can inspire you in a lot of ways and help you to build up on yourself, build your self-esteem. While you maybe don't have really high self-esteem, or you don't feel good about yourself, or you're feeling like crap, the people around you can help you while you're still feeling not very strong, until you build that strength, and then you can start giving it to other people. And it's kind of like this really cool chain, is how I see it anyways, of spreading kindness and compassion. And it really does help people gather that strength, because anxiety and worry are quite debilitating. They can get in the way of work, of school, of, having fun and leisure time, whatever. So, I mean, it's okay. It's okay to not rely on, but, let your friends help you in that time of need, because they know too. They'll know that if they were in the same situation, that you would be there for them and you would be helping them. And to add on to that, if you're feeling like you're too caught up in your anxiety, you're too caught up in your emotions or your worry, and it feels like the world is crashing, take that energy, because that energy is so important, and it's almost vital, because you can definitely transform it and use it as the energy that drives you to accomplish something really great. Or not even great, just accomplish something that will make you feel good, or will do something for your life or your future even. For example, in my case, what helped me was, looking at volunteering opportunities, because in my city where I live, there's tons of opportunities, there's tons of ways to help out in the community, and not only are you helping other people, and that helps you get out of your head and get out of your thoughts, but you're networking, you're meeting new people, you might be setting something up for your future career, for whatever you do in the future. You never know what putting yourself out there right now will mean for you in the future. And on top of all of that, it guaranteed will make you feel better to be interacting with other people, seeing how other people live. Because the thing with anxiety and worry that I've found is that we get really caught up in our own lives and our own supposed issues, and the more time that you spend thinking about yourself and your life and worrying about what might happen, you do build stories on things that might be completely objective. You start to build stories that might have nothing to do with reality as it is, and then thus creating more worry, more panic, more anxiety, and you as a result feel a lot worse. So for me, doing all these activities that I mentioned before really helps kind of stop that seed from growing before it gets so big that, it's hard to manage and you don't even know where you started. So anyways, that was just me kind of talking about my own experiences and babbling kind of senselessly, but not really. And these are just a few points that I thought I would put out there, and in the hopes of helping some people deal with their anxiety and worry. And so, yeah, I guess I'll wrap that up. And yeah, I hope everybody out there is enjoying themselves and happy. And yeah, so talk to you later. Bye bye.